Now we're going to talk about ball screens. So we are going to talk about timing, spacing, and location of the screen. So the first thing with timing is the ball handler wants to wait for the screen to be set, because if they leave early, there's usually going to be a moving screen. So Brock, you can leave early right here and don't wait for the screen. So we're saying I'm the screener, we're going into a side pick and roll. If I'm going up to set a screen, the ball handler leaves early, well now as the screener, I'm going to be running into that defender, and that's going to be a moving screen. So when we talk about timing from the ball handler's perspective, that ball handler wants to wait, be patient, be patient, be patient, wait for the screen to get set. Now as the screen is set, the offensive player can attack off of it. Now sometimes what will happen is the defender will jump on the hip of the ball handler early, and if that happens, then the screener can leave early. So let's do that right here. So as I'm going up into the screen, you know, this defender right here might be hearing screen left, screen left, screen left. So then this defender jumps up. Well, if they jump up early and this offensive player can get an advantage, so just take like one step back, Caleb. Yeah, so you're gonna be one step behind him. If there's already an advantage, the screener doesn't even have to wait. I can go ahead and take off. That's rare, that's usually only at the NBA level, but that can happen as well. But typically, you wanna wait for the screen to get set. Now, talking spacing from the ball handler's perspective, if the ball handler can create some space from their defender before going into the screen, that is a good advantage to have also. So if we're doing a side ball screen, Brock, what you're going to do is just kind of like take a dribble down. Caleb, you're going to slide in front of them, and then Brock will change directions and create a little space right there. So we're going side ball screen. Brock is working the basketball, offensive player is working the basketball to create space. And now, because Brock brought his defender down, created some space from his defender, now he's got an advantage going into it. Sometimes this works, but you're not really making an advantage going into the screen. Brock, just stay right there, don't even dribble, and go straight into the screen. So if he's just waiting for the screen, makes no move, no jab, no shot fake, no dribble move, well, the defense has a super easy job now because the defender didn't have to work at all, and now just go. First step the defense takes, cuts off the ball handler. So whether it's a jab, a shot fake, a dribble move towards the baseline, and then you're going back into the screen, if you as the ball handler can create space before that, that's going to also create an advantage going into the ball screen. Now on the ball screen, from the ball handler's perspective, you want to run your defender into the screen. So let's give a bad example where we don't run our defender into the screen. So I'm going up, I'm the screener, I'm looking to set the screen, and now what Brock does, the ball handler does, yep, so y'all can stop right there. You can see the ball handler is like one big step away from the screen. So that's bad because the defense is able to split the screen and stay on him. So now what we want to do is run the defender into the screen. So as I'm coming up for the screen, the ball handler is going to get low, his defender low, and then he can use the inside hand to kind of push the defender into the screen and use the shoulder to push that defender into the screen. So let's just do that kind of half speed right here. Okay, so set him up, waiting for the screen. Yep, there we go. Good. And now the ball handler, again, use the inside of their body to push the defender into the screen. Now, from the screener's perspective, I want to make sure, like we talked about before, arriving unguarded without my defender. But then also the basic, you can step up on defense on him. The basic technique of the screen is I want to have a wide base. I want the defender's foot right there to split my feet. If I set a screen right there, he's not going to run into me. If I set it too high, then the defender's just going to go below me. So I want to make sure that their foot closest to me is right between my feet. I'm in a good wide stance, and I'm trying to make contact, obviously, to stop the defender. The other thing, from the screener's perspective, is I want to arrive without my defender. So worst case scenario is I'm a screener, I just walk up here, my defender's right beside me, and now as I go set the screen, my defender is in perfect position to defend the screen. So as the defender, or as the screener I mean, I want to create space somehow. So this could be I step into my defender and then sprint out and create space off of that cut. It could be I just start here, kind of look lazy, and then sprint off into the screen. I could also receive a screen, so maybe I get a down screen, I come off the down screen, and then go into the ball screen. But either way, no matter what strategy you use, the defender wants to arrive without the screener as well. Then from there, if we go pick and roll, and we can just go pick and roll right here, half speed. If we go pick and roll, I can open up one of two ways. So I can go set the screen here, go ahead and just walk off of it. I can set it and then open up with a reverse pivot and go this way, then go in for my finish. Or I can open the other way. Instead of a reverse pivot, I can set this screen and then just sprint straight downhill and turn that way. So you can really open up either way. Now as we go pick and pop, so I'm going to stay on the perimeter now. So as I go set the screen here on the pick and pop, I don't want to reverse pivot. I don't want to reverse pivot on the pick and pop because now I'm going to be inside the three-point line. Instead, what I want to do, set this screen here, okay? They will go past me, and now instead of that reverse pivot, I'm just going straight right here, spacing out, and then looking to go up into my shot. So when you roll to the rim, you really open up either way, but on the pop, you don't want to reverse pivot because you're going to go inside the three-point line. You want to be able to stay spaced out.